Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be reviewing the glitter pack number 55 from PDB Creative Studio. This is something that you are going to start seeing once a month shortly after these glitter packs are released. We will review all the gorgeous colors. I'll give you the juicy details on how to get your hands on a pack at a discounted price, and then incorporate a tutorial at the end and give you an idea of how to use these colors all together. The first color we have is Midas, a multi-size gold mix. You can see there's some holographic in there, maybe some opals, and a vintagey like gold. It would be perfect for sand on those popular beach tumblers. And because I had the perfect amount of sunlight coming through the window that's close by my desk, I do not have any sort of additional light facing these glitters, so you can see their raw, true beauty. Normally, Suzanne, the owner of PDB Creative Studio, custom mixes 5 glitters specifically for these packs. And y'all, she does not disappoint. I am just obsessed with all PDB custom mixes, and these glitter packs are always just stellar. However, this pack in particular was a collaboration with Vanessa from VMD Designs, and she seriously just knocked this out of the park as well. This beautiful purple is Celestial, and is also a multi-size mix as well as the remaining 3 colors. These glitter packs are released on the Thursday of the second full week of every month. I popped a little calendar up there to give you a visual, and when they are initially released, they are a discounted price since you are getting 5 glitters in one pack together. And of course, if you are unable to get your hands on one of the glitter packs, you can purchase them individually the first week of the following month. This beautiful blue is Azure, and I don't know what it is. I have a weakness for glitters that have opals along with those metallic cuts and some holographic in there. It just seems like it would literally go with everything. You can use a white or similar color base to get its true color, or you can use a dark color blue and get a darker blue for those fall projects. And speaking of darker blue, this is Eventide, and it is a beautiful navy blue. And while we are checking out Eventide, I did want to let you know that PDB also has a glitter subscription list. If you want to hop on that list, just check the description below. I have all the details about the glitter packs, the subscription list, and I will also include the PDB Creative Studio Facebook group so you can stay up to date on all the new release products, as well as a discount code for any of your PDB Creative Studio purchases. As I said in the beginning, you will see all of the future glitter packs featured here on the Brittany Barnes Boutique channel. However, PDB Creative Studio also has a YouTube channel where they post small clips of all of the glitter packs. So if you want to see any of them in the past, all of those past glitters will have been released on the website, and it's a really good way to get a look at how gorgeous those glitters are. So definitely check that out as well. And last but certainly not least, we have Twilight, which is a multi-cut opal glitter. And I'm certain that we all know you cannot have enough opals because they are perfect for cheek glitters. The color shift is just beautiful, and it will reflect whatever color base that you use underneath. And that is all for our glitter review. If you have any questions about the glitters or glitter packs, just drop them in the comments below and I will answer you as quickly as possible. When I received these glitters, I immediately thought about this beautiful wrap that I have from Gracefully Created. It literally has the identical colors as all of the colors in the glitter pack. So we are just going to split this in half since it is perfectly sized for a 20-ounce tumbler. We are going to be using Twilight underneath this, so we are not going to put it on our tumbler just yet. However, we are going to use it to mark off the area that we want to put our white glitter. I lined it up with the rim of my tumbler and then marked down along the sides of the wrap. Now, I did make a very small mistake here. I did not account for the layers of glitter and epoxy, which is going to change the dimensions that the wrap should be. So what I would suggest is after you mark off your lines, go slightly in towards the center so that you can account for a little bit of that difference in size after you apply your glitter and your epoxy. And the side that we are working with first is going to be our 4 glitter ombre. We are using the white Twilight glitter for our vinyl side. I'm going to base coat this with my COLORFLEX paints from Artistry. PDB glitter gives incredible coverage, so I'm not ever really concerned about getting perfect coverage with my paints. So you will see I'm doing a very, very light coat, and my ombre is not the best in the world. My paintbrush actually had a little bit of dried glue on it, so we have some streaking going on, but it's fine because I just wanted a slight base so that when I apply my glitters that have those little opal flakes in there, it is going to reflect a little bit of color that is underneath. This is not, of course, one of my typical tutorials. I am simply showing you a way to use all of these colors that come in this glitter pack together, just to give you an idea. So I may just tell you a step rather than showing you, so we're not going to have a 30-minute long video. But if you need any more details, of course, just ask. I will be happy to point you in the right direction, or check back on my past tutorials and all of those details will be there. I allowed this first coat of paint to dry and then did another very thin layer on top. And we are using the epoxy method to apply our glitter. I'm using the epoxy method so it gives us a longer working time. I can put it on just a little bit thicker so that we can blend our chunky glitter better. We are using a 20-ounce plump from the Steel Magnolia, and on this half I have used probably about a milliliter of epoxy. I went heavily around that top rim and then just lightly dusted the glitter down halfway into the following color. I'm going to repeat those steps, going halfway into the previous and halfway into the following color on each of these glitters. And then once I get down to the bottom, go heavily around that bottom rim and then ombre the glitter up into the previous color. When doing an ombre, or especially a multicolor ombre, to me it always looks like a hot mess to begin with. But once you go in with that second layer of glitter and you can go in a little bit heavier and see that coverage build up, you're like, wow, okay, I did that. Always take your time when using multiple color glitters, especially when you are doing an ombre. I have a really awesome tutorial on a beach tumbler that uses actually, I believe, 5 or 6 glitters all on one tumbler. So definitely check that out if you want a little more detail on getting your colors to blend really well. Once I had applied my glitter, I took a gloved hand and just tapped down those little chunky glitters so it would be nice and flat. And I did use Artistry's 1:1 ratio fast set. So after about an hour of dry time, I went in with Artistry's glitter glue on the white side of the tumbler and just used a makeup brush so I can get really nice even coverage and get right up to the edge of my ombre. And we did not glitter the bottom of our cup when we did our ombre, so I was sure to add some glue on the bottom of my tumbler as well. And once I felt like I had nice even coverage, I went over with that gorgeous Twilight glitter. I patted that down and allowed this to dry for about 2 more hours. I sealed with Rust-Oleum matte clear coat, twice to make sure that when I did epoxy, my glitter was not going to move. And then I did 2 layers of Artistry's 1:1 ratio fast set epoxy. I did allow my first coat to dry completely and then sand around the top and bottom rim and gently over the center so that when I went in with my second coat, it would be nice and smooth so we can add on our vinyl. Now, if you recall, when we were marking off our tumbler, I'll let you know I made a little bit of a mistake and did not account for the height of the epoxy and glitter, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about here. I had a little bit of a gap between my ombre and the white glitter. So what I did is just cut off a little strip of this from our other half that we had left over and filled in that teeny little gap. This vinyl is from Gracefully Created once again, and is so easy to work with because it is removable. So if there's any little bubbles or anything underneath, or it don't go on just quite right, you can pull it right up, put it back on that backing, readjust, and then reapply. Then I just took my little craft knife and trimmed off the excess on the top and the bottom, leaving just a little bit of space for a seal on the top and the bottom rim. I then cut a couple of strips of this gold textured vinyl from TeckWrapcraft. The dimensions are 11.5 by 0.008. I pressed that first strip down right along the seam in between our vinyl and our ombre. Added on our decal, which I will link down below for y'all from Creative Fabrica. I added a purple metallic offset to this, which was 0.035 to make it pop from the cup, and I think it just fit perfectly with the design. I then took that second strip and placed it directly over the seam, overlapping my decal, and then took my craft knife and trimmed around the decal. If you can cut those lines ultra close to your decal without damaging it, then it is a really good hack to avoid adding an additional layer of epoxy in between your vinyl strips and your decal. If we would have laid our vinyl strip down first and then our decal directly on top without a layer of epoxy in between, you would definitely be able to see that. And then sometimes it's really hard to get it to lay flat, so you get some air bubbles that come out from underneath and even some vinyl lifting. So to avoid that, either add on a layer of epoxy after you put your vinyl strip down, then put your decal on top, or you can use this little hack and avoid that additional layer altogether. So after we got all of our excess vinyl trimmed off, I popped this on my turner and used Artistry's 1:1 ratio fast set and applied my 2 vinyl layers. I love so much how this tumbler turned out. The very first thing that comes to my mind when I received these in the mail was, oh my gosh, I have a vinyl that's going to match this perfectly. And I get like these Starry Night, Milky Way vibes. However, Vanessa at VMD Designs did do a tutorial on a beach sunset using the exact same colors. I will link that down below for y'all so you can get a second look at these gorgeous glitters. Don't forget they will be released individually at pdbcreativestudio.com on April 1st, 2022. Their group will be linked below so that you can stay up to date and be the first to know when they do hit the website. On many occasions, we do give away one of these glitter packs in the Brittany Barnes Boutique Facebook group and on our Instagram page. So definitely go follow and join there as well. Like this video if you enjoyed it and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell in the corner to be notified anytime a new tutorial drops. Thank you all so much, and we'll see you next time.